Hello, another writing topic today, and it's going to be all about editing. Now, editing, especially if you're self-publishing and doing the editing yourself, you have to be cautious. The whole purpose of editing is the idea that perhaps having another person to help you to review your work is the best idea, because they can catch things that you don't, and that is certainly true. And again, I am a self-published author, but I did have family members look over my book, and if you want to widen your circle, you can have other people, friends. If you want to widen even more than that, you might want to start to consider having them sign a non-disclosure. But if you want to widen me on that, you can have a non-disclosure and perhaps pay a little to somebody to have them review it. I personally went through the editing process myself, on just my editing process, me reading it over and over and over, at least 4 times myself, from first word to last word. And that's what proofing and editing has to be, on, especially on a book. You have to sit down, you have to give yourself the time, you have to read it from the very first word to the very last word. And your other beta proofreaders also are going to have to be understanding that that's what they're going to have to do. You're going to have to make sure that they understand from the start that that is the process, that that's what you expect them to do, and that's what they need to do. If they just skim it, they're going to miss stuff. If you just skim it, you're going to miss stuff. Especially if you're self-publishing, you must do it that way. It's the only way you will get a clean manuscript at the end, and you have to do it multiple times. Now, as I said, just for me, I reviewed the book cover to cover 4 times myself, and that's not counting the beta proofreaders. So it is an additional investment of time, besides the time, of course, that you're going to put into actually doing the writing. And it can be hard, it can be hard, it can be long, but it is essential process to anyone who's formatting, completing, perfecting their book of any kind. It doesn't matter if it's fiction or if it's non-fiction, whatever it is. It's an essential process, and that's why the big publishers still require to go through proofreaders and editors. And sometimes, just as I have done, you do it multiple times, they do that multiple times, and it can be a long process. It can be almost sometimes as long as the writing process. But it's certainly worth it. If you are intending to be a self-published author, again, this is going to be a vital process. You have to make sure everyone involved in it understands that it must be first word to last word every single time that they review. And so I will be back with more writing tips later. Thank you.